Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and yes, I've did a video on the Trump attempted assassination, but idiots are making idiot calls. Just like this moron for the Spectator, who decided to write, "Today we are all MAGA." No, we are not. We're not pro-assassination, but we're not all MAGA. No.
This is the Daily Show.
And pause. I didn't mean for you to pop out like that. Anyway, yeah. We are not all MAGA. This was from a publisher called The Spectator. I don't care who they are, what they are, what their leaning is. That saying right there was stupid. It really was. When Ronald Reagan was shot on March the 30th, 1981, his wound was not immediately noticed. It wasn't until he started bleeding from the mouth that the car was diverted from the White House to the hospital. The story goes on that upon arrival, the president said to the surgeon, I just hope you're Republicans. And the doctor is said to have replied, today, Mr. Reagan, we're all Republicans. You know, that was possible in the days when news groups didn't have a political bent. I'm drinking sweet tea here, so bear with me. Anyway, yeah. Before or during this time, news was supposed to tell the truth to the best of its ability according to Truman Fairness Doctrine, which Reagan's own FCC took to court over and over to break to pieces. He's who we can look at for why we are in this situation as a nation. He's allowed this type of atmosphere to form. Again, one of the horrible things Reagan did as president, it really, really was. And now with 40 years of, propagandized, further and further propagandized news fed to Americans, we're in this situation. And this woman, Kate Andrews, thinks, oh, now we are all MAGA. No, we are not. No one wants him to have been assassinated or murdered, but he's still not a good person. There's a lot of things in his agenda he wants to do that hurts people. He did a lot of things in his first term that hurt people. Yeah, he's not a good person. You can be anti-murder and still be, look, here's the facts of the matter. And yeah, he's just, again, assassination was not the way to go about anything like this. But you also need to be truthful and factual. You can't just go, we are all MAGA. No, you're an idiot. We can be anti-murder, anti-assassination, but no. Hell no. I'm not going to sit there and be something, I'm with MAGA. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know, I'm at the point, I've probably said this multiple times, but fuck the Republicans, fuck the Democrats. The Republicans purposely go out to seek to hurt people. And the Democrats are inept and feckless. And it's like, we'll do it, but we don't want to anger people because we want to get... Fucker! You anger people when you don't do things! So, I'm done with the two-party system. Fuck the Democrats, fuck the Republicans. They both can fade away into history, as far as I'm concerned. Now, let's go something a little lighter. I've got The Daily Show up here. Let's watch the...
With your host, Jon Stewart!
Yeah, gotta love some Jon Stewart in The Daily Show. Always good stuff.
Welcome! How are you? My name is Jon Stewart. Please. How is everybody doing? Wow.
Yeah, Stewart still as practically every man as he was in the late 90s, as being the voice of America. I know there's a lot of whiners who, when he came back, said, oh, he sucks. Listen, he wasn't solely going after Republicans. He went after people who did and said stupid shit. And there are a lot of these idiots who are, especially Democrats, who are like, hey, he's no good anymore. I thought he'd be alright, but he's not. No. You have ingrained in your own memory that he only went after Republicans. No, you've got to remember, he was around during the Bush era, and W just provided a ton of material.
What a terrible fucking week. Hey, John, come back to the Daily Show just for the election. It'll be fun. You'll do one day a week, it'll be a larf. What could go wrong? Obviously, we were supposed to be doing our shows from Milwaukee for the RNC this week. But because of the attempt on the former president's life, our venue, the venue in which we had planned to do this show, is a theater, which was originally located in the soft perimeter, they called it, security-wise, was shifted, understandably so.
Yeah. And here's why I gave the story to start with. Because you hear, oh, we want to lower the temperature. He'll show it here in a minute, but we want to lower the temperature. We want, you shouldn't have raised the temperature with all your propaganda and lies over the last 40 years. But you don't care about that, because you are always there for the money. And again, money has put us in one of the worst conditions.
Oh, to the hard perimeter, they called it the hard perimeter. You really don't want to be in the hard perimeter. It was locked down. They built cages around the theater, and because of that, we felt that we could not logistically put on the theater shows effectively without people. But I do want to say to the city of Milwaukee, the mayor of Milwaukee, could not have been more accommodating to the show, more gracious to.
Milwaukee is a city I'd like to visit. I mean, there's a lot of places I'd like to visit. Shoot, just in this country, I've only been so far in any particular direction. So, traveling, visiting cities is something I wouldn't mind to do. I absolutely adore where I'm at. My small town, very rural area. This is home. This is where my heart is. But I do want to see places. I want to go here and there. In America, I want to look at a lot of stuff. Same with worldwide, but yeah, love to visit Milwaukee at some point.
To us. We thank you so much. I do hope that we will be able to come back to Milwaukee. We really do want to come back at some point and make up some of the events we had planned, especially our in-dog-cision. We get dogs adopted and people registered to vote. Or it's the other way around. I don't really.
People adopted and dog registered to vote.
I don't remember. But as always, the biggest slice of praise is reserved for our production team and crew. They turned this ocean liner around on a dime! On a dime! It is a big production to take a show like this on the road on short notice. Our crack production team and our crew got us back to New York City, rejiggered all the things in the studio to get us ready to do a program this very Tuesday night. It's remarkable work, and I just want to thank the staff. Remarkable!
I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Great having John back at the desk. Absolutely amazing. It brings back the early days of The Daily Show. It really does. But yeah. But let them continue here.
All right. But even though we are not in Milwaukee, last night was night one of the RNC, and obviously, after what happened this weekend, there was a clear theme going in.
Obviously, right now, unity is a theme that we need to be focused on.
I think that we're going to hear a lot of unifying type speeches.
We got to create some unity. The vitriol and the hatred, it needs to stop.
We should bring the temperature down. Let's turn this moment into a moment that helps us down that path of healing and unity.
Wow, That is Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin. He is known as a particularly divisive, or however you want to pronounce that, a divisive figure. So to hear that healing rhetoric coming from Ron Johnson is impressive. I, for one, look forward to hearing his unifying remarks on the convention floor.
So, yeah, he says, we got to bring the temperature down. We got to make things peaceful. And then what does he do at the convention?
Today's Democrat agenda, their policies, are a clear and present danger to America.
I'm sorry. I guess he's what's known as unity in the streets, divisive in the sheets.
But yeah, so you hear people going, oh, we need to bring the temperature down. We need calm. And again, like that article said, we are all MAGA. People trying to make this attempt to say this, but listening to what the Republicans are saying, they don't want peace. They don't want lower temperature. Again, they try to blame the other side. I'm not going to say left because Democrats are not left for what happened, but you all are just as much, if not more so, to blame for your rhetoric and behavior.
But to be fair, and I want to be fair in this new environment, Senator Johnson did not mean to stoke anger. His teleprompter did.
What he wanted loaded in the prompter was that we needed a somber moment in history. We should heed President Trump's call to unite, to be strong, to be determined. We must heal. He said, I don't know how the other one got in there and screwed up the teleprompter. But again, he went ahead and read it.
What a douchebag! Sorry. I didn't mean to say that. That was in my teleprompter. I apologize. Rogue teleprompters weren't the only ones having trouble adjusting to the Republicans' new tone. One particularly fiery member of Congress struggled mightily as her body rejected the unity theme as though it were transplanted like a monkey heart.
The founding father of the America First movement, Donald John Trump. Make America successful again. Wealthy again. The country we deserve.
She knows she's making that noise, right?
Yeah. Again, they don't care about the divisiveness in the country. They are using it as another just way to try to gin up, voter turnout. They don't care. Even, at least the Democrats, as weak and pathetic as they are like, we need to be more thoughtful. And it's like, meanwhile, Republicans are like, we're here for this? Seriously? See, they don't care about cooling temperatures or how divisive something may be. You got me saying divisive, John. Anyway, yeah. They are not good people.
Or is that the noise she makes when the interior monologue is going, Marjorie, there's going to be plenty of time to talk about satanic Democrats. Just keep it in. Marjorie, just, this is hard to do. Oh, man. But perhaps the weirdest moment of last night was when the RNC looked like it was turning into the DNC. One of its featured speakers was Amber Rose, founder of the LA Slut Walk and a sex-positive pro-choice internet celebrity.
Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love.
It's all love!
You know, except when they have tiki torch carrying neo-Nazis in the streets, and he goes, they're good people. Or when he gets a full-page ad saying the Central Park 5 needs to be executed or whatever it was. Yeah. Or the fact that he banned people of certain traits from his hotels when he wasn't supposed to. But no, he's not racist at all. Surely not.
Love! It's love! You just better hope all that love doesn't lead to an ectopic pregnancy, because then... the guys know what I'm talking about. They're feeling that in the old fallopian tubes over there. But the moment that really felt like the DNC had snuck into the RNC was when Sean O'Brien, the president of the Teamsters Union, and apparently Rob Corddry doppelganger, came up to the lectern. Come on, Corddry!
Love me some Sean O'Brien here. I don't think that was his right name. Sean, anyway. The head of one of these union groups, because he's been fiery. He don't care what party you are. He's like, look, do things for the workers, for the people. I couldn't agree with him more.
The president of the Teamsters Union, and apparently Rob Corddry doppelganger, came up to the lectern. Come on, Corddry!
It's an honor to be the first Teamster in our 121-year history to address the Republican National Convention.
The crowd went crazy until he began to tell them what he thinks.
Legal protections that make it safer for workers to get a contract. Trade policies that put American workers first. Labor law must be reformed. Companies fire workers who try to join unions and hide behind toothless laws that are meant to protect working people but are manipulated to benefit corporations.
Where are the cheers on the floor of the convention? Yes, apparently Republicans are pro-worker now and pro-union. I hope somebody tells all the Republican governors who passed right-to-work anti-union laws in their states, and all the Republican-appointed judges who made it easier to break unions, and Donald Trump himself, who helped kill a bill that would have protected unions. They're going to be so embarrassed. But of course, the main event from last night was the crowning of Donald Trump's MAGA movement heir apparent. No, not that guy. No. There you go. The other dark-haired, bearded dude right in front of that one, J.D. Vance. I got to tell you something, man. That ain't right. It's like for vice president, Donald selected the actor who would be hired to play Don Jr. in the Lifetime movie.
No goodness. True, but yeah, J.D. Vance, yeah, person. Just like many other of the now sucklings of Donald Trump, he started off, no, I'm not a fan of Donald. No. And now he's turned a while back and he's been like, I love Donnie. I love you, Donnie. Yeah. I think he's senator or representative, I can't remember, out of Ohio. Yeah.
It's not right. It's like Don Jr. was the beta version that had to have some kinks worked out. He's the default avatar in the video game, and then Donald Trump Sr. adjusted the pretty eyes and charisma sliders up a little bit. 66 intelligence. And then it was time for Donald Trump's big entrance. The great Lee Greenwood did the honors with a rousing rendition of God Bless the USA.
Lee, he's gone down the path of the MAGA insanity. And instead of getting into the song, well...
Is there any doubt who's going to be the next president of the United States? Prayer works. This nation based on faith. Prayer works. Because he was sure, as Donald Trump turned his head just slightly, that the bullet missed him just enough.
You know what? I'm sorry, Lee. We're going to have to skip ahead just a little bit. None of the side patter, if you could. The great Lee Greenwood. Introducing Donald Trump. Here we go.
We have believed for so long.
But we'll end it here because I've just noticed, yeah, it seems to have stopped recording in the back, so it's whatever, but yeah. Anyway, we were about at the end of the bit I wanted to see. Lee Greenwood doesn't even get into the song. They end up just saying, the future president, Donald Trump, bring him out next. If you don't know Lee Greenwood, I think it's, I'm proud to be an American, be all that I can be. I think that's the song he sings. But, yeah. I couldn't tell you any other song he's ever sung. But, yeah, he kind of made his career off that song. But, yeah. Oh, goodness. It was so ridiculous. So, this brings us back to the point. No, we are all not MAGA. You can be anti-murder, anti-assassination, but still tell the facts as they are. You don't have to suddenly go, oh, I have to betray my beliefs so we can unify. No, motherfucker. No. Anyway. Yeah. We'll end this episode here. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll put the link to the Spectator article down in the links below the video, description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.